Not all royals seem to love Australia. Harry and Meghan said that their 2018 visit changed everything. Did Australia break them?
No, I don't think Australia broke them. I think they loved Australia, and I think Australia responded to them. Bear in mind, in those very early days of Meghan and Harry, Meghan got an incredible reception from the public, both at home and abroad. She was literally, if Diana had been a breath of fresh air, you can multiply that by 2 for Meghan, for all sorts of reasons. She was seen as a very, very exciting future royal. Well, she was a current royal, but, representing the future of the royal family. The problem with Harry and Meghan's tour of Australia, as far as they were concerned, was that it was a massive success. In Meghan's terms, it was a smash hit. People loved them. Wherever they went, they loved Australia. The trouble was, it didn't get any recognition. When they got back, there was no, there were no trumpets, there was no fanfare. They just came back, and as far as palace officials were concerned, hey, it's another royal tour. You did fine. You did a good job. It's what expected of you. And listen, next week you're going to open up a library somewhere in the Midlands of Britain, and it is going to be a bit rainy and wet, and it won't take long, but there you go. So, it gave Meghan a taste of the more glamorous and exciting side of royal life. And I think she and Harry had expected that they would get much more praise and recognition from that tour. And in fact, according to them, all they got was resentment. Meghan wasn't praised for being so popular. The palace machine began actually to resent her. So in the same way that it was a watershed, if you like, for Charles and Diana, so it was for Harry and Meghan.
Many royals have done since the Queen visited back in 1954. How reassuring are they for Australians that the monarchy is there for them and that they care?
Well, the royal family is acutely aware that in many parts of the Commonwealth, not least Australia, things may change. There's been one referendum, there may very well be another. Who knows, which way it would go. But Australia is very important to the royals because it's close to their hearts. It's a place they like. They enjoy being there. They always have a great visit there. The public responds to them very well. I was with the Queen there in 2011, which was her last visit to Australia, and really it was kind of her last big overseas tour. And the one thing that surprised me, amazed me there, as it did almost every time, I travelled anywhere with the Queen, was the incredible public response. I mean, you get it. 1954, she's a new queen. The war's just over. There were no thoughts of getting rid of the monarchy, and everybody waved flags and shouted hurrah. But society has changed. A lot of things have changed. We're not as deferential as we used to be. But somehow, this woman, and I think she was then 85 years old, just drew the most incredible crowds. I mean, quite extraordinary. And I remember her going down the river in Brisbane on that tour, and the banks of the river being lined with people. When she got off the boat, the place was packed. That's the pulling power of the royal family. It's whether you like them or not. It's extraordinary, and certainly in all the time that I worked on them, it never ceased to amaze me.